Welcome to the channel's Almighty Den. And if you're ready to see the best recruiting class you done seen this far, you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you all how I got to the #1 recruiting class in college football, starting off with the Florida Gators, who are a 3.5-star program. Now, the first thing I do is I go through my prospects to see who have the highest interest that are 5 stars. From there, I focus on the ones in which I'm in their top 5 interests. Then I go to my 4 stars because there are going to be a lot of 4 stars for me in which I'm #1 interest. Now, with the 4 stars, I focus on all the players who are in Florida. I don't care about no other states because there are so many players that's going to be having to be in my Florida pipeline that's going to help me recruit, help me give a good pitch. I'm going to focus on all the players that have me either #1 or #2. And trust me, by the time you get to #2, all my targets will be filled up. So right there, I had to remove a couple players that wasn't in Florida, as you can see there. And I picked some new Florida recruits that I'm #2 at. And then from there, we have a very, very solid recruiting class. You got 35 recruits. There's only 5 stars and 4 stars that have very high interest in you. And you can put your main focus on your 5 stars starting off, and then you focus on your 4 stars who already want to come to the program. So a lot of them going to come to you without you having to even put in that much work. Now, the first thing you do is offer the scholarship to the 5 star. Okay, I got an instant commit from John Breeder, so you're off to a fantastic start. And then I'm going to go through all these players and offer all of them a scholarship. So I will have offered 35 scholarships. Now we will speed up through that. Now as you see the top, I'm finishing that up, 35 scholarships offered. Then I come back up to the top and I scout them all just to see what I'm dealing with. Then I advance to the next week. So we moving into week 0. And I want y'all to know these early weeks are critical. You need to make sure you have as many scholarships offered as you possibly can and have that prospect sheet filled up to the brim. You know, you don't want to miss out on no opportunities because it's very important. Now from here, keep an eye on your interest and when you have these players. Now, all my 5 stars, I'm sitting in the house to all my 5 stars because they give you a lot of points when they commit and they sign to you. Because when you check your ranking in the top classes, you'll see they hold a lot of weight. So we sit in the house to all of those players because we want to know as much about them as fast as possible. You know, we focus on all the 5 stars, then we go to the 4 stars, and then we can be a little bit more picky and choosy with our hours because we only have 700 hours. This is not like Georgia or Alabama where you may have like 1,000 hours, especially if you're a really good coach. We are in the first season here. So in the first season, I don't have unlimited amount of hours, but I go down my list through my 4 stars. I see who has me at #1 and #2, and then I sit in the house at them to learn them information as much as I possibly can, as quickly as possible. Now we at week 1, and we already done sent the house at a bunch of 5 stars and 4 stars, and you can see the interest. We got some good interest from some 5 stars. The 4 stars, a lot of them already at 1, a few of them at 2, so it's looking up to a good start as we come into the season. Now I go ahead and advance the week again because, you know, after you sit in the house that first time, you don't really know a lot of information about a lot of the players. So when you go over there, you kind of just going to scroll through. You might get 1 or 2 here and there, but I'm not going to waste time because, listen, when I tell you, this video here took a while to make. I'm talking about recruiting through a whole season just so I can come out here and show y'all that I can do this and we can create these top classes. So y'all be sure to like the video. Now we look at Zach Tunyon. We are #3 on his interest list. Now we know enough about him to do a hard sell. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that hard sell. Remove this in the house so we get those hours back. Hit him with a hard sell. We know 3 major factors about him, so that's cake. This pitch is going to be solid. It's going to be a very solid pitch, and I'm good in all those categories. Now, as we go through the list, some of the guys might not be ready for a pitch, or we might not know enough information to where I don't want to gamble this early yet. But for Adrian, we know enough about him, but the pitch is locked out. So we got to wait till he narrows down his teams, maybe to that top 5, and then we can do a hard pitch on him. So we're going to put the hours back on him, get to know more about him. Max, he not ready. Cole, he not ready. Look, if I only know one thing about your characteristics and I don't have enough red X's, we're going to wait and play it safe because I'm going for that hard sell. The hard sell is critical to get right because if you get that right, that can be the difference between you taking the lead, creating a bigger gap for yourself, or if you get it wrong, man, you might fall, you might lose some interest. You don't want to lose interest, especially when a recruit is close to making a decision, which you can see in the overview screen by seeing how full his interest meter is to the #1 team. Now you see right here, I know 2 of the items, so you know I can go ahead and take a little gamble right here on Aries Turner, simply because he has enough red X's to where you could do process of elimination and say, okay, hey, this must be the third one he's interested in, and you want to do all these as quickly as possible so you know who to remove as quickly as possible if they don't align or want to be at your school or they have more interest in another team. That's one of the key factors when it comes to recruiting and building a top class, not just getting a few players here and there, but getting a top elite number one top 5 recruiting class. You got to do this every week, week in and week out, and make sure you continue to apply pressure and allocate your hours in the most effective way. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to week number 3. We're going to see our interest, who's still interested in us, and you expect to see a lot of number ones right here because we did a lot of work. We did a lot of work sitting in the house. Sitting in the house is the best method. I know a lot of y'all are talking about other methods combining the social media and the family. Sitting in the house is the best method. I'm telling y'all that right now. It works for me. It's foolproof, man. You want to know as much as possible. Read the instructions. Now you see here, Zach, Miami's going to be a problem because Miami is in Florida. All my players that I'm recruiting are mostly coming from Florida. So Miami and Florida State are still my competition. Now you can see Adrian, I'm number 2 on this list, and Miami got me right now. And they got a little lead on me, but I can't throw that pitch. When I throw that pitch, I might can change that around. And you can see a lot of these players. Okay, look at Josh. Josh ready for a pitch. I know 2 things about him. We can process of elimination for the third, go through the options and see which one is most likely. We have enough red X's to know what it probably is not, and then we'll go with workhorse. Now, the other good thing is, since we're doing this early in the season, you don't have to worry about scheduling visits yet. Now, you do want to schedule visits when it gets closer. Maybe you fall behind or it's really tight or a team might pass you up. You need that little bit of edge. But I only use scheduled visits to get an edge. If I locked in on a player and I'm already number 1 and I got the perfect pitch, they're going to come your way. So don't even worry about it. Now, we move on to week number 4. Hopefully, we can get another recruit that commits to us. We're going to see here, and boom, we got Devon Roberts, a quarterback. That's very, very solid. I'm happy to see that. Now, a couple players had already committed to other teams. Now, even though some players commit to other teams, you can still keep them on your list because if they decommit, they might accept your scholarship. But the thing about that is, if you like further down the list, I'd go ahead and remove them and add new prospects, which I'll show y'all that later as well. Now, Victor Grimm, we don't know enough about him. I don't know why he's so secretive. Come on, Victor. Adrian's still on lock. Okay, but we know the right 3 things about him. We know the green ones, so we're going to hard sell. We're going to choose the option that gives us all 3 of those: pro potential playing style and proximity to home. Because like I said, we in Florida, so we got the advantage, got the clutch. Now, we continue to go down the list. I check my interests. Like I see there, I got to monitor it to make sure I'm still in good shape. See how much of a lead I got. Always important to see how much of a lead and how close you are to know how much pressure it is. Because you might take a week off of a certain player if you have a good lead and come back to him the following week and maybe focus on a player who maybe you don't have a biggest lead on or you don't know as much about, or maybe you're in second. You might want to focus on him. Now, this player right here, Cam Bakersfield, we're going to go ahead and hit him with the hard sell because, like I said, we want to make the most out of our hours and the time we have with these recruits. And we know enough about them, got enough information to do context clues to figure out what that third one might be by process of elimination, which is the best thing you got to do when it comes to recruiting, which is very, very easy. They actually make hard stuff in this game very, very easy. So it is no reason you really shouldn't be doing that, especially if you have the hours. Now, if you don't have a ton of hours, of course, it could be more difficult, but if you got the hours, shout out Aries Turner, tight end. We got another recruit. So right now we got 3 players committed to Florida, and we got a lot of players still in the queue, still waiting on us that want to come here. Now, they just probably got to see some other players come, and then they're going to fall in like dominoes. Simple as that. Victor, look at him. He's still number 3 on his. He's playing hard to get. This is when I might want to schedule a visit. I see proximity to home is a big one. I'm number 3, so I got to do a little bit extra on him because he's not number 1 or number 2. He's being a little difficult. But we see Max Lewis. We sent the house on him. We got a nice little lead, so we can wait on him. We ain't in no rush. Cole Rhodes, though. We know enough about him. Go ahead and do that hard sell. We already number 2. This might be enough to put us in number 1. This might be enough. I like it when it's set up like this early in the season because you still got time to schedule a visit if you need to. Now, Tyrone Newton, as you see, we number 3 on his. I really could go ahead and remove him. I should have go ahead and remove him off the list and focus on another prospect because I'm not trying to work that hard for him. But Cam, he liking this. We number 1 on his list, number 1 interest. So that's very, very good. But some of these players that's committed, if I'm not right under the team that you committed to, I need to be removing those teams and focus on other prospects, which y'all see me swap some people out. But right now, my hours aren't allowing me to because I don't have that many hours to recruit anyway. So I'm going to focus on who I already got. You're going to go ahead and hit him with a hard sell. because we know 2 out of the 3 got enough red X's. So process of elimination gonna tell me to choose which one. Hometown hero. That's a good one. Like I said, always beneficial with that pipeline. That Florida pipeline is extremely strong. So now we move on to week 6. Let's see. Drum roll, please. Let's see who we get. Because of course we got to get some. We had too much interest. We got Cam Bakersfield, defensive tackle. George Gallipo, center. We got D'Angelo Massey, running back. So that's 3 4-stars right there in that 1 week alone. But wait, there's more. When I tell you the weeks get even better, my recruiting power is still cooking up, getting stronger because his interest is still developing in these 33 targeted players that I have. Now, as you can see right now, I'm number 13 on the top national ranks. I got 1 5-star and 5 4-stars. So we're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on recruiting. And we're going to move on to week number 7 because obviously I have a lot of players interested. So commitments just take an extra week sometimes because they be ready. They be on the brink. And as you see here, we got Kadron Lebeau, halfback, running back. So we got another 4-star. And he's a gem. So now, right now, we got 1 5-star and 6 4-stars. That's a pretty good start, seeing as how I have so many players already looking to come want to play with us. Like, I haven't even reached my prime yet or broke into it. You know what I'm saying? We still like in the first part of the video. When I tell you it gets better, it gets a lot better. I'm telling you, the recruiting skills I got that I've surmassed by playing this game, doing this, is simply superb. I might be one of the best at doing this for sure. But you see Victor Grimm, we still number 3 on this list. We got that visit coming up. Adrian, we number 1 on his. Max, we number 1 on his. Now, I might want to schedule that visit. Like I said, with those 5-stars, you're going to want to do what it takes, especially at the end of that overview if it gets close. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule that visit because, like I said, I got some hours to use. I got plenty of scholarships out there offered. So we're going to go ahead and try to make him lock in. Now, of course, Willie ain't messing with us. He a 5-star, but he from New Jersey. See, that's the problem. He's from New Jersey, so the interest isn't as high. But I had to take a chance on him because he is a 5-star. So we got to do that hard sell pitch. See if we can try to go ahead and get some leeway on him. I'm going to just take a gamble on this one because, you know, we've fallen out of his top 5. We fall out of his top 5. We're going to lose interest. He's not going to want to come. So if I get this right, it's going to give me some traction. But if I get it wrong, it might kick us out. But that's a risk I'm willing to take right now. Another elusive running back, 5-star, we'll take that for the recruiting class. That'll help us out really well. So now we're going to advance to week number 8. See who we get for week number 8. Come on, give me some solid players. Give me a 5. Can I get a 5-star? Can I get a 5-star? Adrian Balos, a cornerback from Fort Lauderdale. Max Lewis, a left tackle, 5-star. Come on, man. John Ruiz, a right end. That's 3. Can we get 4? Oh, yeah, that's 5. We got 2 5-stars and a 4-star, and that's some good players that's gonna round out the team. Mind you, this is a 3.5-star program we talking about right now. So I'm building this program up in this first season without even touching the sticks and playing the computer on Heisman. So it's looking good. So we go to top classes. Let's see where we at right now. We moved up to number 6. We got 3 5-stars, 7 4-stars. We putting in some work right there. And if you look who's above us, all these programs above us are some legit programs. And of course, look who's at number 1, Miami. They taking my players. They taking some of my players. If it wasn't for Miami being number 1, having a strong season like this, I probably would be already number 1 or the top 3 at least. Now, Willie Ware, you see we bumped up a little bit. He got some interest in us. We need to go ahead and schedule a visit because, like, he a 5-star, so it's going to help us a lot. So we're going to go ahead and put some extra hours on him to try to get him since we got him and you got some interest in us. Let's go down. We're going to go ahead and remove Josh. Josh wasn't rocking with us. It's cool, Josh. You ain't got to come. If you don't want to be a star and win a championship with the guys, then that's all right. Because we known for finding guys that really want to ball over here, man. Coach Dan for the win. We get it done. So as we look through our recruits, there's a lot of top 1 interest. And what's not to like playing with Coach Dan? Hellcats, SRTs, you know what I'm saying? You got Florida, you in the SEC, you got a chance to win a championship. You got the coolest coach on the planet, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Shuttleworth treatment. What's not to like? Come on down. Now, of course, I need to go ahead and add some more prospects because some of those guys committed to other schools and they wasn't as interested in us for some reason. I don't know what's not to be interested in us, but it's okay. You know, people got different things. They like different styles, and that's what it is. That's all right. But they gonna see when we on TV holding our wrists, both wrists up at the same time with those roadies on, because that's how we get down at Coach Dan University. But you know, we gonna focus on all the players from Florida. They get priority, even if they got interest in top 3 right now. But if you top 3, top 2, and you ain't been scouting them all season, That's fantastic because, if you go ahead and offer him that scholarship, that's going to help you off rip. Go ahead and sit in the house if you have the hours. It's going to give you a good advantage. And some of these players will be on the team because they want to be here already. They just don't fully know it yet. But once you send them that scholarship offer and they know that we're interested in them, they're interested in us, go up as well. So that's going to help our recruiting class get even stronger. So you say I got 35 players targeted. I like to keep it that way, especially remove some of those guys who don't want to be here. If you don't want to come to Florida and you want to go somewhere else, that's fine. That's on you. That's on you. But when you hit that transfer portal, you know what I'm saying? We still gonna be here if you a dog. Only if you a dog. Now we advanced a week. We got another 4-star. We got Dexter, middle linebacker. We only got one this week. That's all right. I'm not mad. I'm not mad because a lot of players still updated their top interests, and we're still moving in the right direction. And it's still going to get better. We still have a lot of players from our initial preseason prospect list that are on the board. And we are ranked number 6 right now with Georgia, Penn State, Notre Dame, Alabama, and Miami still stealing some of our players. I'm starting to think that I'm gassing the players up, and then Miami just stealing them from me at this point. Because why are they number 1? I mean, I understand it is Miami, and the pitch they probably got is ridiculous. I don't blame them. I want to go to Miami too. I ain't gonna cap. But Coach Den ain't there, so it's different. Coach Den is here. We got Willie Ware. Look at this interest right there. We moving up, and I'm number 3 right now, man. Like, we need to get that visit. We really on the edge. Like, we need that visit. We need that visit to go well. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not looking good for Willie Ware, but we're gonna advance the week to week number 10. Week number 10. And keep in mind, like, I sped the video up some for y'all, because if I didn't, man, y'all be here for hours like I was last night. But we got another running back, Joel Oway, running back, Zephyr Hills, Florida. Nice. So we got another running back, another 4-star on the list, another gem. So we really got some talent over here. And I do not mind making these players switch positions for the greater good of the team. You know what I'm saying? If I got 5 running backs, one of y'all might be receivers, especially if you're receiving back. So don't even be afraid. Don't be ashamed. We go into week 11. Let's see if we can come up with week 11. Hopefully we can get a banger or just a load of players this time. We got Ezekiel Jai, wide receiver from Tallahassee, Florida. That's 1. Can we get another one? We got DeMarco Moses, center from Hialeah, Florida. That sounds like some good centers come from over there. Oh, we only got 2? I ain't going to be greedy. We only got 2. But I feel like we going to get like a nice 5+ banger as we should be coming up, because it should be coming up. A lot of these players still have high interest, but they just taking their sweet precious time. But as you can see, top classes, I fell down to number 8. Alabama, LSU, Miami, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State, Notre Dame. That sounds about right. If we to have Florida in that tier right now, it ain't like Florida is the Florida of the past. This is Florida now. You know what I'm saying? Where they been middle of the pack, SEC, and I'm leading the recruiting class. I'm top 10. We want to get top 5 and top 3 for sure. So we're going to go ahead and move on to week 12. We got Roy Hand, free safety from Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out Roy. We got Dwayne Gay, quarterback from Baker, Florida. Shout out Dwayne. That's 2. Can I get another one? We got Chad Higbee from Kentucky, a left tackle. Come on, that's 3. Can I get another one? They gonna give us 3. I'll take 3, but as you can see, they are definitely rolling it at a higher clip, more consistently, because they got to make those decisions. And every time we get a player of the week, man, that throw me off every time. I'm thinking I got another recruit. That is the biggest pump fake they put in the game. So I go to top classes. Look at where we at. We in top 5. We at number 4. We got 17 players. We got 3 5-stars, 14 4-stars. We are dominating. Miami is sneaky, man. We gonna have to slide down to Miami. I ain't gonna lie. They got something up over there. They keep taking all my players. What's going on? All right, but we're gonna go ahead and add some more recruits to the board. Some more prospects to target. They got to be from Florida, because that's gonna give us the best chance. And we got some good interest for some 4-stars already, so that's fantastic. We still got 33 scholarships offered, so we got 2 more we can hand out. So we're going to go ahead and put them on the board. Go ahead and offer them some scholarships. Go ahead and sit in the house. Look at Georgia already trying to. We're going to sneak up on Georgia. Herschel Woollyhan. What a name on that kid. You know what I'm saying? Who we got? Ash Cash down there. What up? We got Ash Cash down there. Anthony Cash. Okay, I like your last name, so we got to send you that offer scholarship. Let's get that. Go ahead and send the house on them. That's going to do us a solid, because it's getting very, very close to the end of the season. Very, very close. We're going to advance that. We're going to move on to week 14. Week 14. Let's see who we get this time around. Hopefully, we can get a 5+ banger. Stephon Yates, 4-star halfback. Appreciate that, Stephon. Rick Johnson, 4-star tight end from Indiana. J.C. Petty from Kentucky, a wide receiver. That's 3. Can I get another one? Can I get another? We got J.D. Bullock, another center from Minnesota. That's 4. This is a banger. Can I get 5? Oh, we got Dexter Gainwell, another center from Williston, Florida. The line is about to be legit over the next 4 years. And then we got Danny Teray, wide receiver from Pennsylvania. Now we getting players that ain't even in Florida no more. I'm telling you, them late game prospects that you got in the list. And then look how many players I'm still number 1 on their interest on. It's looking fantastic. It's looking fantastic. Like, the amount of effort and time I put into these recruits is definitely starting to pay off. As you can see, I'm moving up in the ranks, man. Like, I am number 2. I got 3 5-stars and 4 20-stars right now. We putting in work. We are putting in work on this recruiting board. So this is one of the best programs in the country right now. I cannot wait to see this team over the next 4 years. I might have to do another video for y'all just to follow up and see if I can get to 99 because they finna be some dogs. Got another right guard, 3-star. That's our first 3-star. We cool because we just now started recruiting those guys. Anthony Cass got some interest in us. Move on to the recruits. Okay, bowl game. We made the SEC championship. I didn't even touch the sticks. I didn't even look at me, coach. Then they didn't got to touch the sticks. They got the players playing out there, man. That's how you got to do your team. They got to play. You got to set the team up for success. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the next season. Week 16. Can I get another player? Where Anthony Cash at? Where you at, my boy? Where you at? Okay, we don't see him. I see I got Iverson on the list. Let me go to my prospects. Let me check my interest. Oh, it's not there. We got to advance the week. No, I'm not going to play the game because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to recruit. This is how I play the game mode for now. But I do play Ultimate Team. Don't get me wrong. I got gameplay coming soon. Don't worry. Robbie Hynowski coming to play with the Densky. Come on down. That's another 4-star that we got. And a cornerback. We got offense. We got defense. Man, who can do it like me? Nobody, man. Let's go, man. So Caleb Banks, there they go with the punt faking again with the player of the week. And okay, Heisman. Kadon Salter from Liberty. Okay, that's solid. That's solid. Why my boys, the Gators, ain't winning no. There we go. Best defensive back. Look, come on down to Florida, DB. We DB you, wide receiver you, running back you, quarterback you, defensive tackle you, defensive end you, linebacker you. Any position you want to have to be elite, we gonna have them boys. This is how we get down. That's how we get down. At the off season, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I made a mistake. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully y'all don't see it just yet. But I did make one mistake that could have improved. I didn't realize it said off season recruiting week 1 of 4 up there. I thought I would just want to go to National Signing Day. And then I'm down there simming to week 4 of off season without actually recruiting. So that was a mistake. I could have made my team even better. I lost out on Anthony Cash. He went to Nebraska over Florida? Come on, bro. That's my fault. I missed out on some recruits right there during those weeks. But I'm still going to make up for it and make the most about it. I'm going to look at my top classes because I could have been even better. That definitely would have had me at number 1 if I didn't waste 3 weeks. But we still right there. We get a couple players, a couple 4-stars. We'll be in good shape. We'll be at number 1. No problem right now. We at number 2. So we get a couple more players, 3 stars and 4 stars. That should put us over the top. And we will be all right. And we will be number 1. So let's lock in real quick because I did mess up on that simulation. And as long as that took me, it got me tight. Because really, even though my recruiting is great, I still could have done a bit better. I still could have put the team a bit stronger without wasting those 3 weeks. 3 weeks of recruiting for me. You know how many 4-stars that is? For me, with my recruiting skills, that's, man, I could have got maybe like 5 more. I ain't going to hold you like 5 more. Ain't no telling who I lost out on because I didn't do it. But that's my fault. I won't make that mistake again. I know better now. But we still not done. We going to make up for some lost time. We got to hit some prospects in the portal. You know what I'm saying? There's still a transfer portal. That's one thing I forgot about, too. Like, I was all good recruiting through the regular season, but the off-season recruiting was the curveball for me. I'm not going to lie to you. But once I get these few players, we'll be a top class, and y'all going to see for sure because we a dog, man. So I'll go ahead and hit these players from the prospect list. Gotta be number 1. Gotta be 3-star right now because I don't think it's too many 4-stars remaining because all of those already went through, already looked at. So we're going to go ahead and hit the list. We still got some 4-stars who ain't made a decision yet, so we still good. But if you look at the list, bro, we got a lot of scholarships, a lot of commitments already made. Go ahead and offer the scholarships off rip. Henry Cummins, He got some interest in us. He a 4-star. Another center. The centers like playing at Florida. Man, the Pouncey bros got the center. Got the Florida right, bro. He got no stars. Come on, my boy. You not a gem. Enrique Rosas, we gonna offer him a scholarship as well. He a 3-star. He got some strong interest in us. But as you know, we gonna go ahead and simulate to the next week. And this here should get it done, man. We get a few 4-stars, some 3-stars. Go put us over the top. Stan Rubin, cornerback. Henry Iverson, tight end, 4-star. George Irvin, 3-star. Lee North, 3-star. George Sanchez, 3-star. And that's going to get it done, man. That's going to give us the best #1 draft class, recruiting class in the game this year. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. But until next time, Disky out.